In 2025, China's entertainment industry isn't just producing stars, it's also producing millionaires. From blockbuster kings to brand moguls, these celebrities have turned fame into empires and the screen into a money-making machine. Today, we're going to take a look at the 10 richest Chinese actors of 2025. And trust me, the number 9 will surprise you. Yangyang. Born in 1991, this guy isn't just a pretty face with a killer jawline and perfect hair. He's a massive star who's taken not just China, but the entire Asian entertainment industry by storm. And trust me, Hollywood has been watching too. Yangyang first exploded into mainstream fame thanks to his acting roles that fans couldn't stop talking about. Whether it's romance, action, fantasy, or historical dramas, he steps in and dominates like it's his home turf. His characters aren't just roles, they become obsessions. And that's how you know someone is a real superstar. From Love 020 to You Are My Glory, his shows didn't just get views, they became cultural moments. People binge-watched, they re-watched, they made fan edits, they changed their wallpapers, because Yangyang is magnetizing. He's the type of celebrity you can't escape. And honestly, why would you want to? But let's talk about money, because that's why we're here today. In 2025, Yangyang's net worth is estimated to be somewhere between 15 to 20 million US dollars. Now, some people might say, hey, that's not Jackie Chan numbers yet. But hold up, this guy is still young and his career isn't slowing down. He has brand deals stacked higher than your Netflix to watch list. We're talking luxury fashion houses, tech giants, cosmetics brands. Everybody wants a piece of Yangyang's influence. Whenever he becomes the face of something, it sells, period. And let's not forget his movie career. Yangyang isn't just living in the world of TV dramas anymore. He's popping into big-budget films, partnering with major directors and stepping into roles that are shaping him into a long-term box office magnet. This kind of transition means one thing. His paycheck is about to grow bigger and fast. China's film market is one of the largest in the world, and if he keeps leveling up, we are going to see those millions multiply quicker than a Marvel movie premiere weekend. Plus, Yangyang knows how to stay visible. He's mastered the game of social media and fan engagement. He doesn't just post pretty photos, he creates moments that explode online. Fan meetings? Sold out. Merchandise? Gone in minutes. Digital campaigns? Trending? Always. He's not just selling entertainment, he's selling a lifestyle that millions of young people admire. Yangyang isn't just one of the richest young actors in China right now, he's one of the smartest. Every move feels calculated, precise, and long-term. He's building a brand, he's building influence, and most importantly, he's building wealth that is only going upward from here. If you're betting on who will become the next mega icon of global entertainment, Yangyang is the name to watch. Mark my words, a few years from now, when everyone worldwide knows his name, you'll remember you heard it here first. If you're a Yangyang fan, hit that like button, drop a comment, and tell me which role made you fall in love with him. Stay tuned, because this journey into the richest Chinese actors of 2025 is just getting started. And trust me, the next names on the list are going to blow your mind. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss part 2, coming Luhan. Born in 1990, entered the spotlight as a pop idol phenomenon long before many actors even consider their first major film role. Formerly part of the powerhouse boy band EXO, he shook the foundation of the Chinese entertainment world by making bold moves, going solo, taking acting roles, and redefining what it means to be a young star in 2025. With an estimated net worth around $10–15 million, Luhan's numbers aren't about flashy extravagance. They're about smart growth, brand evolution, and staying ahead of the curve. He didn't simply ride a wave, he created one. When Luhan made the switch from idol singer to leading man, fans were skeptical, but he changed the narrative. His early albums sold out, his concerts became cultural events, and his transition to film proved he could carry a story with depth. Music, dance, drama. He ticked the boxes. And in doing so, he leveraged his image into something more than celebrity. It became a commercial machine. How did he build this worth? It starts with versatility. Sang on stage, acted on screen, endorsed big brands. In 2025, the Chinese youth market isn't just a target, it's a movement. Luhan tapped into it. He invested in his own brand identity. He signed deals that weren't just logos, they were lifestyle statements. Streetwear collections, luxury campaigns, social-first activations. He aligned with companies that understood the global DNA of fandom. Because in today's game, fandom isn't passive. It spends, it follows, it evangelizes. Film roles? Absolutely. But not just any roles. Luhan knew he had to move from pop idol to credible actor. He picked projects that challenged him, worked with directors who respected craft, and refused to stay boxed in. The result? An actor who still carries that idol energy but commands the screen, not just as a pretty face, but with weight and presence. And that trajectory, that move from chart-topping album to marquee film star, is the kind of shift that opens doors to multi-million-dollar grosses and bigger paydays. Social media? He doesn't just post, he orchestrates. When Luhan appears in a campaign, it's not a bland announcement, it becomes a moment. Fans rush to buy, scroll, tag, repost. His merchandise tumbles off shelves. His live streams hit records. What many celebrities chase as engagement, Luhan already uses as baseline. In a world where attention equals currency, he's monetizing presence in real time. Now, you might think a net worth of $10 to $15 million is modest compared to global superstars, but that's missing the point. In the Chinese entertainment ecosystem of 2025, he's not playing catch-up, he's setting pace. The market is massive, still expanding, and Luhan is positioned for the long game. His wealth today may be in the millions, but the engine behind it is geared for tens of millions more. He's built infrastructure, brand deals, film roles, global visibility. The next chapter? International collaborations, crossover roles, elite endorsements across continents. And here's the kicker. Luhan's path isn't chaotic. Many stars blaze in a flash and burn out even faster, but he's curating stability. He balances pop star charisma with acting credibility. He balances youth vibe with mature ambition. Fans don't just admire him, they trust him. Investors, brands, studios don't just hire him, they partner with him. So when you hear Richest Chinese Actors of 2025, remember this. It's not just about the bank account, it's about ecosystem, brand strength, future potential. Luhan is the blueprint of that era. He may not yet command hundreds of millions on paper, but in influence, in momentum, in trajectory, he's already in a class of his own. The question isn't how rich is Luhan now, but how much higher will he go? Strap in, because the climb isn't over. It's just getting started. Lei Zhang isn't just a celebrity. He's a financial phenomenon. He has built one of the most impressive money machines in Chinese entertainment. His estimated net worth in 2025 sits anywhere between 10 to 30 million US dollars, and every bit of that comes from carefully constructed power moves. This isn't overnight fortune. This isn't lucky sponsorship. This is strategic empire building. One paycheck, one contract, one investment at a time. Where does his wealth come from? Everywhere. Lei doesn't rely on a single revenue stream. He sings, he acts, he dances, he produces, he writes, and he owns. One title alone could make someone rich. Lei stacks all of them like gold bars. Every version of Lei earns. There is the global pop idol Lei, the highly paid actor Lei, the ambassador for luxury brands Lei, the innovative entrepreneur Lei, and together they make one very wealthy superstar. Music has always been his foundation. His solo albums don't just sell. They explode across platforms. Streams convert into dollars. Tour tickets become profit. Merch turns into instant sold-out events. His fandom buys with passion and volume. When Lei says drop, money rains. But the real financial flex? Brand endorsements. Lei is not the type to accept every offer thrown his way. He aligns only with companies that match the value of his name and the ones that make his bank account scream. High-tier fashion, cutting-edge tech, global lifestyle brands, they fight to put Lei at the front of their campaigns. The moment his face appears on a billboard, sales spike like a cryptocurrency pump. And then, the acting world. Lei doesn't chase small roles, he chases high return. His film and TV projects target large audiences with strong commercial pull. Producers know casting Lei means guaranteed revenue. That's why his acting fees climb with every release. When he signs onto a movie, budgets get bolder and marketing teams get louder because the profits are already waiting. Meanwhile, Lei is smart with his money. He invests in companies, he funds creative studios, he takes ownership, not just paychecks. That's how long-term wealth grows. That's how fortunes multiply while you sleep. Many celebrities earn to survive. Lei earns to expand. His social media presence? That's pure economic fuel. Tens of millions of followers, each one a potential buyer. He posts a teaser, stocks move. He wears a brand, the internet sells out. Analysts literally measure financial impact per Lei post. That's not celebrity clout. That's Wall Street level influence. People love to compare net worth numbers like scores. 10 million here, 30 million there. But what they fail to see is momentum. Lei's financial trajectory is steep, rapid, powerful. He's climbing in an industry where the top spots are usually guarded by older, established giants. Lei is disrupting that hierarchy with sheer earning force. Lei has done exactly that. He builds assets, he creates opportunities. His money doesn't just sit, it works, it multiplies, it dominates. So yes, today, the estimate is $10 to $30 million. But anyone focusing only on today's numbers isn't paying attention. Lei Zhang is operating like a mogul. And moguls don't peak early. They rise, they expand, they take over markets. You can call him a singer. You can call him a dancer. You can call him an actor. But the title that matters most in 2025, multi-industry moneymaker. A rising tycoon in the global entertainment economy with no ceiling in sight. Leysan is one of the most financially compelling breakout actors in the Chinese entertainment industry today. His estimated net worth in 2025 falls around 5 to 10 million US dollars. And that range is already raising eyebrows because it was built in a shockingly short amount of time. His wealth isn't inherited. It isn't the result of decades in the spotlight. It's the product of a rapid ascent that turned a rising actor into a commercial magnate almost overnight. Everything changed with one role, one performance that flipped his career and his bank account into a whole new class. Suddenly, Leysan wasn't just an actor. He was a demand generator. He was ratings. He was revenue. Brands realized that when Leysan shows up, audiences don't just watch. They invest emotionally and financially. His popularity skyrocketed so fast that the market had to recalibrate his price tag in real time. What does his wealth look like in action? It looks like top-tier endorsements, high-profile campaigns, and contracts that reward fame at its peak value. From fashion to tech, global brands recognize that Leysan sells lifestyle, modern masculinity, and trust. His face on a billboard translates directly into product moving off shelves. Marketing executives don't call him a celebrity, they call him a guaranteed conversion. Then, multiply that by streaming platforms. His dramas dominate replay charts. His image fuels social media engagement worth millions to advertisers. Production studios know casting him means visibility, and visibility means cash. With every new release, his fee rises because the numbers don't lie. Leysan brings customers. And he's not spending like a rookie. He's investing. He's planning. He's building the type of financial base that keeps money flowing long after the cameras stop rolling. Reports show he chooses deals that include back-end percentages, a structure used by elite actors to make sure their wealth grows with project success. Instead of being paid once, he gets paid again and again. Every time a show trends, every time a platform renews rights, every time fans return for another watch. Social media power? Monetized. Fan events? Sold out. Merch drops? Instant sell-through. Leysan knows that attention equals capital, and he's turning every second of spotlight into long-term value. While others focus on fame, he focuses on monetization. That difference is why investors watch him closely. Because here's the truth about Leysan. His net worth doesn't reflect his ceiling. It reflects his starting point. In an industry where financial growth can take decades, he achieved millionaire status in just a few explosive years. Few actors accelerate wealth this fast without scandal, without chaos, and without borrowing fame from someone else. His income isn't declining. It's scaling. Analysts see him entering the high-earning elite of Chinese actors sooner than people expect. With bigger films, global partnerships, and luxury branding in progress, his future contracts won't be measured in millions. They'll be measured in milestones. $5 to $10 million? That's the number today. But if you understand business momentum, you understand this. Leysan's fortune isn't stabilizing, it's compounding. He isn't just becoming rich, he's becoming too profitable to ignore. William Chan may not be the loudest name in the Chinese entertainment world, but he might just be one of the smartest when it comes to turning talent into serious wealth. Estimated at 12 to 20 million US dollars in 2025, his fortune didn't come from hype or controversy. It came from calculation. It came from hustle. It came from knowing that stardom is temporary, but ownership lasts forever. His income story isn't a simple one-liner. It's a multi-layered money strategy. William performs on stage, acts on screen, dances with precision, and hosts television like a refined showman. Each talent is its own revenue stream. Combine them, you get a cash flow machine wearing designer suits and sunglasses. One of the biggest boosters to his financial status came from major commercial projects, including the high-profile action drama Dancing in the Storm, which secured hundreds of millions of yuan in deals before audiences even saw a single frame. When a series creates enormous value before release, that signals one thing. Banks and investors trust the man leading it. William Chan became the brand that hedge funds bet on. Then there's the fantasy blockbuster LORD, Legend of Ravaging Dynasties, proving that William is no stranger to high-budget entertainment with big financial stakes. When he's attached to a title, we're not talking small indie dreams. We're talking massive productions built to dominate box office and licensing revenue. He chooses projects designed for profit, and profits follow. But here's where his money gets interesting. He isn't spending it all on cars or private jets. He's buying real estate like it's his second career. William owns premium properties in Hong Kong, one of the most expensive real estate markets on Earth. And that alone can skyrocket a celebrity's net worth without lifting a finger. Rent, appreciation, asset leverage, he understands all of it. While others brag about their fame, William quietly builds wealth that grows even when he sleeps. And brands, they fight for his signature. Fashion, lifestyle, luxury goods, they know his presence elevates a product's reputation. When William Chan shows up in a campaign, it's not about gaining views, it's about gaining value. Add in music royalties, long-term fan loyalty, and his ability to keep reinventing himself, and you get one of the most financially resilient celebrities in the region. He doesn't fade, he doesn't stall, he adapts. That's why industry insiders call him a premium asset, not a trend, not a temporary star, but a stable powerhouse who can deliver guaranteed financial return. Investors trust him, studios rely on him, and brands profit with him. And while some celebrities chase attention, William Chan chases equity. He isn't running after the spotlight, he's buying the building the spotlight sits in. 12 to 20 million today? Sure. But that figure doesn't show the whole play. Because wealth like his isn't measured by what he has, it's measured by how fast it grows. William Chan doesn't need to shout to prove he's rich. He just keeps collecting paychecks, properties, and power. Yifeng once stood at the peak of China's entertainment economy, a clean-cut superstar who combined looks, voice, acting chops, and brand value into a lucrative personal brand. At his height, he made millions, commanded luxury contracts, and was widely counted among the richest young stars. Today, his estimated net worth is around 5 to 10 million US dollars. That number isn't glamorous like some Hollywood avatars, but in 2025, it speaks volumes. It shows survival, recalibration, and the hidden strength of wealth in transition. Let's rewind to when money was moving fast. He starred in hit dramas and films, locked in high-paying endorsements with global labels, and his face was everywhere, from billboards to magazine covers to red carpets. The commercial machine ran at full speed. Contracts were signed, deals were closed, and his earnings soared. He rode the wave of Chinese pop culture being exported globally, and he rode it well. Then came a pivotal moment. The kind of moment other stars dread. In 2022, legal trouble fractured the momentum. Brands backed out. Projects were shelved. The narrative changed. That meant his income stream-powered machine hit a wake-up moment. Instead of growth, it had to switch modes, from expansion to preservation, from hype to strategy. And those who think the wealth story ends there are missing the nuance. Because dealing with a reset is still a financially demanding move. Today, his wealth is no longer built purely on constant growth, it's built on adaptation. The contracts he retains are leaner, the brand deals more selective, but the foundations remain. Real estate, residual earnings, smart investments, those are the assets now working for him in the background. The shiny new movie may have faded, but the rights, the royalties, the licensing deals still tick along. And here's the financial twist. Survival often costs more than glory. Yifeng's post-2022 path shows how a star transforms into a business case. Major brands pulled away, but loyal ones held on. His management team shifted to damage control to preserve value. One file leaked shows that over 49.9 million of assets were frozen in 2025 around his business operations. That number alone signals how much money and complexity was behind the fame. But the game isn't over. Many wealthy individuals don't announce their comeback, they quietly build it. Yifeng's remaining fan base, his legacy content, and his residual brand equity give him a base to rebound financially. He's still part of the conversation, still capable of commanding value, even in a reduced form. And in China's entertainment world, a comeback can be as lucrative as a breakout. Riches measured purely in dollar signs miss the point. For Yifeng, the real story is behind the visible net worth. It's about risk mitigation. It's about turning negative headlines into financial clarity. It's about going from explosion to endurance. That shift is rarely represented in glitzy reports, but it's exactly where wealth gets tested. If his net worth is at $5 to $10 million now, that's just public facing. The hidden side of his empire, royalties, real estate, rights, silent partnerships, may not be front page, but it's working. He's proving that wealth isn't only about accelerating upward, it's also about surviving the disruption. So when you catalog Richest Chinese Actors of 2025, don't just look at the numbers, look at the asset structures beneath them. Li Yifeng's story isn't about peak net worth. It's about strategic reinvention. The monument he's building now may not glimmer in headlines, but it's built to last. Chen Kun didn't become one of China's wealthiest actors by accident. With an estimated net worth hovering around $30 to $40 million in 2025, his fortune reflects decades of disciplined growth, elite roles, and a fearless pivot from actor to brand powerhouse. In an industry built on fleeting fame, Chen Kun shows us how to build lasting capital, and in so doing, he redefines what it means to be rich in modern entertainment. You've seen him on screen, gliding through epic dramas, commanding historical epics, and delivering performances that resonate. But behind each scene lies a financial ripcord he pulled. Top billing, premium paycheck, and ownership stake. While others chase viral hits, Chen Kun has chased enduring value. He took roles that escalated his influence. He aligned with luxury brands who didn't just pay for his face, but paid for his story, his integrity, his appeal. One of the greatest traits of Chen's wealth strategy is that he didn't distribute his eggs across just one basket. He built multiple baskets, and then started filling them with assets, acting fees, brand endorsements, production credits, intellectual property rights, real estate. His income streams aren't parallel, they're interconnected. When one dims, the others carry him forward. That's how you turn mid-tier net worth into high-tier stability. Movies became his financial battleground, blockbusters that validated his presence, historical epics that made headlines, opened theaters, and secured licensing deals. Each successful film meant not just fiction revenue, but real-world accumulation of value. Every time his name appeared before the title, studios recognized fewer risks and premiums rose. Then there's the brand economy. Chen Kun's face became more than a picture, it became an asset. Luxury watch campaigns, high-end fashion labels, global lifestyle brands, they didn't just hire him, they partnered with him. They recognized that when Chen Kun enters, the product doesn't just get attention, it gets authority. And authority translates to price tags that send net worth charts upward. And let's not overlook real estate. Behind the glitz of red carpets, Chen has quietly built a property, scaled-up portfolio, prime assets in Tier 1 Chinese cities, each one appreciating while he performs. This isn't show-home spending, it's disciplined wealth acquisition. He invests like a business owner more than a star. Generational capital, not selfie cash. Here's the difference. Stable stars sell visibility. Chen Kun sells longevity. His moves aren't about staying alive in trending feeds. They're about staying rich after the trending fades. Many actors scramble for attention. Chen strategizes for legacy. That mindset is rare, and it underpins his financial trajectory. So what can we learn? Wealth isn't just about high paychecks. It's about constructing a portfolio of creative control, physical assets, brand partnerships, and reinvestment. It's about asking, when the cameras shut off, does the money stop? For Chen Kun, the answer is no, because he made wealth sustainable. If one of China's richest actors can build stability out of fame, what's stopping you from building your own version of wealth? In your field, with your talents, in your lifetime? What one asset will you start building today, beyond your job, that will still earn for you when you're not performing? Income is good. Investment is better. Legacy is best. Peng isn't just an actor floating through fame, he's a financial force quietly building a legacy in China's entertainment economy. With a projected net worth of around 15 to 30 million by 2025, his true wealth isn't found in flashy headlines. It's tucked away in blockbuster credits, global brand deals, and asset strategies that most stars don't even see coming. Think about it. The film Operation Mekong, starring Peng, pulled in over $173 million at the box office, making him part of a rare class that doesn't just ride on hits, but shapes them. Then there's Wukong, which grossed close to 700 million in mainland China. On top of that, his name ranked among China's highest-paid actors, fetching roughly 30 million yuan per film at one point. These are not beginner numbers, they are power numbers. Eddie's financial blueprint came from combining multiple verticals: acting, modeling, endorsements, and global appeal. While many stars wait for the next opportunity, Eddie capitalized on every major one. On screen, he plays compelling leads. On screen, he makes the audience feel seen. Off-screen, he signs brand deals that pay in millions. The music of his career plays in major key, and the money echoes. Let's take a closer look at how that translates into wealth. First, blockbuster films. When Eddie takes a lead role, the production isn't just betting big, it's spending big and earning bigger. That box office pull means studios shell out bigger paychecks. And when you command bigger paychecks, you start owning, not leasing, your success. Next, brand endorsements. Luxury brands know Eddie isn't just popular, he's bankable. His face doesn't just appear on ads, it appears on the mind of consumers. Every campaign becomes a statement. If this product is good enough for Eddie, it's good enough for you. Then there's the asset game. While others spend public money on public image, Eddie quietly invests in private value. Premium properties, strategic business ventures, and content rights. He isn't just paid for visibility, he's paid for control. Control of his own narrative, control of his own earnings, control of his own future. And here's something key. In the entertainment world, fame comes easy. But fortune, real fortune, comes from staying relevant after the trend passes. Eddie has positioned himself so that when his latest film cycle slows, his asset cycle keeps spinning. He has layered earnings, diversified risk, and built momentum not just for fame, but for freedom. $15 to $30 million is impressive, but it's not the big story. The story is how it was built, how each film credit, each brand contract, each property investment stacked up like bricks in a fortress. While others chase flashy headlines, Eddie builds quiet strength. If you're chasing riches, don't chase the headline. Chase the infrastructure. Chase the multiple income streams. Chase the long game. Because in 2025, Peng shows us that actor fortunes aren't just made, they're engineered. What one income stream outside your main job could you start building today to become financially untouchable tomorrow? Visibility gets you noticed, but ownership makes you unstoppable. Deng Chao stands out not just as a star of stage and screen, but as a true powerhouse of wealth and strategic influence. With his estimated net worth in 2025 ranging somewhere between $30 to $50 million, what sets him apart is how he built that fortune, not on flash and fleeting fame, but on depth, diversity, and daring reinvention. In a market packed with talk show fame and instant hits, Deng Chao plays the long game, and it shows. Make no mistake, his success didn't land with luck. He starred in, directed, and produced films that didn't just perform, they dominated. His directorial debut, The Breakup Guru, broke records. He later headlined major films as actor and co-creator, turning them into commercial triumphs. When he steps in front of a camera, it's not just his name on the poster, it's his brand, his investment, his promise. That kind of power doesn't come cheap, and the checks are signed accordingly. But equally impressive is how he diversified. Acting alone didn't fulfill him, or his ledger. He became a producer and director. He founded companies. He joined behind-the-scenes deals that turned him from talent to entrepreneur. He understood early, when you control the script, you control the paycheck. When you own the production, you own the profits. Deng Chao's assets don't only shine under lights, they shine in ledgers, in real estate, in stakes, in control. And then there are the endorsements, luxury houses, lifestyle brands, premium adverts. His face, his energy, his credibility command top dollar. In China's hyper-competitive brand economy, one campaign with Deng Chao doesn't just cost millions, it returns tens of millions. Because audiences don't just see him, they trust him. That trust becomes convertibility. Attention turning into currency, charisma turning into contracts. Let's talk about real estate for a second. Behind the glamorous premieres and stage lights, Deng Chao owns property in prime locations, pulling in rental income, gaining value appreciation, creating a safety net that most stars behind selfies don't even consider. That's the kind of financial savvy that converts celebrity into legacy and legacy into stability. Here's the key lesson. In a business built on buzz, Deng Chao built businesses. In a world obsessed with first-week box office numbers, he focused on multi-week returns, on licensing, on brand equity, on ownership. While others chased the viral moment, he constructed structures. He's proof that real wealth doesn't care how loud you are, it cares how durable you are. So in 2025, when you line up richest Chinese actors, Deng Chao isn't just a name on the list. He's the example. Example of building wealth that stays. Example of turning stardom into business. Example of converting visibility into value. Who do you admire the most from today's list of richest Chinese actors? Which story inspires you to build your own financial legacy? Because at the end of the day, it's not just about how rich they are. It's about how rich you could be if you take inspiration, strategy, and action. Thanks for watching. If these powerhouses inspire you, imagine what you can build too. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next big reveal. Your support keeps this journey going. See you in the next video.